We begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so welcome to the second and final review of the week. Yeah, as I said, we are doing small projects because E3, like took up a lot of time and energy. So this is
So
basically
much coverage.
this is basically a break for us. Anyway, so we've got the quest for the big key here, which is a game I've actually had for about 6-7 months now. As mentioned at the end of the previous review, this was an early access game until recently, and we don't review early access games. Granted, when I played the early access version, it wasn't too dissimilar from what's actually released. What was added? Steam achievements.
Yep,
Hooray.
there sure are 5 Steam achievements.
They're not hard to get either. Like,
Nope.
and if you're watching the footage here, you might notice that the Petty Fan has gone to trailer mode in spite of owning the game. That's because the options here are start, full screen, and exit.
And by
That's
default, it locks itself on top of all of your windows. So me, who
Yeah,
only
you
has a single
probably-
monitor
you-
setup, I can't click around it to do anything.
Yeah, you
Like,
can't
also-
change the size aside from full screen or not, and for the amount of actual pixels on the screen, which it's like NES resolution or something probably, the window is pretty freaking big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like at the wrong resolution because the screen looks really blown up and ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm guessing that's part of the whole retro aesthetic here.
Yeah,
So,
but it's
yeah.
one of those, it'd still be better if you were playing on, like, a VGA screen compared to a 1080p or higher HD screen.
Yeah, the amount of colors on the screen is more than the style of game.
So this is another game that's going for a retro aesthetic, like very, very off-brand Zelda in this case.
Yeah, it's like a
Like-
non-combat version of Zelda.
It's basically a puzzle game is what it is. It's not an action or an adventure game or however you want to classify Zelda. It's a puzzle game. Like, you've got to figure out how to get places and where items are. There are no enemies. There is no combat. There are bombs.
There are bombs and there's an axe, but the bombs are for blowing open walls, and the axe, which is like the last power-up you get, are for cutting down trees.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I guess if you're here looking to fight things, look elsewhere.
Yeah, and this game is completable in less than an hour, even if you're not very good at it.
Yeah.
Right. And you'll probably die a few times figuring out some shit.
There's one like they really want you to die here pretty early on in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Like-
right before the first inn, or right after the first inn.
Right. Where you go up the obvious path and it turns out, oh, it's a literal dead end.
Which is the tutorial for, hey, sometimes there are secret doors.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, there's 30 coins in the game, and there's one item to buy that costs 30 coins. There are like 4 bombs each. You refill your bombs when you stay at the inn, along with refilling your health. but you rarely need more than one bomb at a time. So technically, some of the bomb upgrades are optional. I think, as are, I think one of the hearts. No, you do need all of the hearts, because there's a four tiles of lava leading up to the lava protector. But yeah, there's not much. There's stuff to collect, but not much. But you have to collect all of it.
Yeah, and there is a bit of a threadbare plot, something about draining all the resources and escaping the world.
Yeah, it's all conveyed through signs that you find.
And the library.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty horrible, mostly.
Yeah. And, the whole quest for the big key is actually kind of a misnomer, because the big key is, how do I put this? Not the main quest, or it's part of the main
It's the penultimate thing.
Yeah.
The big key is what you need to get the things that you need to leave.
Right. You need the big key in order to get the 4 orbs in order to open the teleporter to escape the world.
Yeah.
So, it's technically correct, but when you have the title, The Quest for the Big Key, you think that's the primary focus.
Yeah, once you get the big key, all that's left is going places that you've already been pretty close to and going through doors and picking up things. It's not like there's another set of dungeons or anything.
Right. Yeah, the music is very 8-bit, and
the music is, if this works as a figure of speech, low resolution.
Well,
it's pretty loud. It's simple, and the sound effects for stepping and especially "Oh God" swimming are obnoxious and incredibly loud.
Mm-hmm. And it's also done Calliope style. The reason a lot of 8-bit soundtracks got stuck in your head wasn't necessarily they were even good. It's because they just never stopped playing.
Yeah, there's one track, pretty much.
Yeah, the same deal here. And the art style, like I said, it kind of looks like the Legend of Zelda, only through a filter of the Atari 2600.
Yeah, I believe these are 8x8 tiles which Zelda used, and it's way more colorful than even the 2800, but it somehow lacks the definition that Zelda sprites had.
Right. And I'm pretty sure this is a game using a lot of stock assets. Like, I've seen the coins in other games, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not an asset flip or anything like that. I mean, honestly, for the price it's going for, it's going for $3, which might be a bit much for a thing that you can complete in anywhere from an hour, or according to speedrunning, 20 minutes.
Yeah, if you like optimize your route, you could probably do 20 minutes. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly sure, if there's compulsion enough to do that, say, but speedrunners are speedrunners.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as the game itself, it's it's all right. It's doesn't do anything particularly wrong outside of like the title screen or music.
Yeah, the way that it loads up is kind of a pain, but once you're playing it, it's fair, like 90-ish% of the time.
It's just not a thing that's going to leave a lasting impression.
Right.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on the quest for the big key?
I think they could have done a better job of making your character sprite stand out a little better when you're in an area with a lot of lava and other red stuff.
Yeah, it's like the aesthetics are very plain. It's like they get the job done, but you know, this ain't no art project.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't regret playing it. I think there's enough to it to be worth giving a try, but not
Yeah.
don't like hurry.
That's about what I'd say. Like if you purchase this game, you'll be fine. Like, it doesn't cost all that much. Like, but you may not get $3 worth of satisfaction out of it either.
hmm Like some of the stuff you do have to like remember where to go next when something reminds you of something. So it's not like you do have to think a little, just not too hard.
So anyway, that'll about do it for the quest for the big key. And yeah, that's our review session this week. Really short, really to the point, which is the intent. Anyway, so the week ahead, let's see, we are getting back to normal. Like, and I don't have my notes here. I hate that. I think you have them, but anyway, yeah, we are going back to normal here, so we'll have a lot more energy on the proper shows this week. At least I hope we do. Like, anyway, coming up, let's see here. Of course. I guess call this a type of live research. Let's see. What do we got? Right. So on June 19th, we'll be having Alfred Nugent of Throughline Games. They are the developer. That's the Tuesday show. They are the developer of the game Forgotten Anne, which is a hand-drawn, animated a platformer. Like, it's very visually intense and intricate. Like, it looks like a cartoon come to life. Is the best I can describe it at this point. And let's see. Coming on Wednesday, June 20th, we will be having Stephen Kick of Night Dive Studios back on the program. Looking forward to that. And yeah, until Tuesday, I wish you good gaming.